Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video we're going to be doing a get ready with me with this makeup look featuring a lot of Too Faced products, including the Too Faced Stardust palette by Vegas Nay and a bunch of other Too Faced products. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is start with the hair. Now I'm sectioning it off with my alligator clips, and then I will be using a different appliance that I don't think I've used before on channel. Alright, and so once I get it all sectioned off, I'm going to show you what the appliance is. This is the InStyler. I've had it for years. As you can see, when I squeeze it together, it rotates, and it has like a little comb, so it keeps your hair very neat. So I just take a section at a time, and I run it through it, so it kind of straightens it, and it smooths it a lot. It makes it really shiny. And then I actually turned it upside down for a second here. I'm going to use the barrel to be a curler at the end, and it makes like a nice little wave at the end of your hair. So I'm going to finish up the rest of it, and you'll get to see that in just a second. I just brushed it out, so it just makes it look more put together, more polished. And now we're going to get started with the makeup. This is my primer, the Hangover RX by Too Faced. If you hear my dog in the background, I'm sorry. I'm just applying the primer all over my face with my hands, and then I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have it in the shade Warm Nude, and I'm using my Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki to apply that foundation, and I think it gives pretty good coverage, so that is good. I definitely appreciate full coverage. I took it down my neck as well. Now I'm using the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly with an e.l.f. brush and just priming my eyes for the shadows. I didn't do my concealer just yet. I'm going to do the eyeshadows first and do my concealer later. This is the Too Faced Stardust palette by Vegas Nay, and I'm using that top shade there called Millennial as my transition shade with a fluffy eyeshadow brush. So I'm just sweeping that back and forth in windshield wiper motions and blending it upwards towards the brow bone a little bit. Now I'm using the shade called Pink Pearl as my lid shade with the same brush, and it's just a really pretty pink pearl shade, kind of a little bit reflective but not like glittery or anything. It's just very brightening. Then I went in with the shade Double Tap, that darker like plummy color on the outer area of the eye. By the way, I'm using my new laptop today, so that's why the videos have been sparse, because my old laptop just kind of crapped out on me, and I haven't been able to edit. It's been that Wedding Wednesday video I put up last week of the wedding, like took me 5 or so attempts, and I ended up having to use somebody else's computer to do it. So anyway, I'm just applying that to the outer V, and then I'm blending it out. But yeah, so now I have a new computer, which is why I'm able to edit like I used to, because it isn't as hard. So currently I'm going in with a brow bone shade. This is the color Chandelier from the palette, and applying that to the brow bone and the inner corner of the eye. It was a bit bright, so I went back into Millennial, the transition shade, and kind of toned it down just a little bit and blended the two together. Now I'm going in with the shade called The Strip, and it's basically like a shimmery lavender or like icy silver. I don't know, I just felt like playing with that. Maybe a bit much for your office, but it works for mine. Now I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is in the shade Medium Light Neutral, and I'm applying that under the eyes, and I'm using that to kind of help even out the ends of the eye, like the outer V area. It kind of cleans up that edge, so I didn't have to be as precise. And then I'm going to set that with some powder. This is the Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm using the e.l.f. small tapered brush. I use the e.l.f. small tapered brush for several steps in this makeup tutorial. I think it's one of my most used brushes. I love it. Now I'm using the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is in the shade Brunette, and I love the look it gives me for my brows. It makes them look polished and complete, but not too much. This is the Too Faced Endless Summer Bronzer. It's a 16-hour wear bronzer, and I'm applying that with, you guessed it, the e.l.f. small tapered brush, and I'm using that all over the cheeks, the forehead, down the sides of the nose, beneath the lower lip, somewhere on the chin, and just giving an overall bronze look. Okay, now I'm going in to double tap again with a small brush, and I'm using that underneath the lower lash line to line the lower lash line in a softer way than using an actual pencil liner. It gives just a subtle definition. Now I'm blending that out with a fluffy eyeshadow brush before going into the Too Faced Sweethearts Perfect Flush Blush. And I love this shade. I didn't like it when I first got it, but this is in Candy Glow. It's got like a 3 color thing, and I went into the top shades more like the pinkier ones, not the peach, and it has a really pretty glow. And I applied that just with a generic blush brush to my cheeks, and I love the effect that this blush gives. You don't even need a highlighter, it's so glowy. I guess I was feeling particularly glowy today. But then I used the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight 01. Just a really pretty, somewhat natural highlight compared to the Becca ones, but I actually really like it. And you can make it very sheer, or you can make it more pronounced if you want. Then I'm going in with the Too Faced Melted Lipstick. This is Melted Fig, and it's like a deeper shade. Since I kept the eyes, I mean, yes, they have color, but they're a little bit lighter, I was able to use a darker shade on my lips. So I love this shade. It's like pretty winter shade, but it's still office appropriate. And then I'm using the Kat Von D ink liner in Trooper, just a black liner, doing a pretty thick line here, and I'm doing a very, very small wing and winging it upwards a little bit to make my eyes look lifted, since they were a little droopy this day. I was a little tired. And then I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara to get a nice set of lashes on me, both the top and bottom lashes. I love this mascara. It does tend to flake throughout the day, but I feel like it gives a really pretty finish. Then I set my face with some spray, and that's about it. Alright guys, this is the finished look. I'm off to work. Thanks for watching. Bye.